All right, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Italy Jet post game show. I am your host, Italy Jet, on everything NYJ. My host, the Jets Show. Bear with me, everyone. I'm dealing with sore throat right now, so I'm going to try and do this as clear as I can. I was babysitting my nieces and nephews all day, and my voice is shot. And then besides that, um, I am dealing with this loss, and I know you are too. So I'm I'm just gonna put it like this. Not only was this a game that we could have won, right? This is a game where we could have won, but I didn't think we were gonna win anyway. I absolutely did not think we were gonna win this game. I thought we were gonna at least be competitive, but knowing the old line and Zach Wilson, like let's be honest, we all didn't feel good about this, right? We just all didn't feel good about it. Now I think we kind of know, or maybe a little bit know, that this is going to be a very tough road for this team to come back to. And not only and not only come back to, this is going to be a game, and the next games are going to really determine what's going to happen with Salah and JD. I think they're going to come back. I think we should definitely extend them. We don't need to fire Salah, but man, something's got to change with him. Not only something got to change with him, but something's got to change with this team. This old line. I mean, Fant's playing with one leg. Brown's playing with one arm. Lakin, where the fuck has he been at all? And then McGovern, he played good last year, but he was like a decent good, and then he finally stepped up a little bit. But overall, where even with Herbig, right? The waiver wire, that was a great pickup. He did pretty good. But overall, where do you go from here if you're a Jets fan? Here's what I say where we should go with this. Next year, you get yourself a quarterback. Next year, you built in the draft a linebacker and a safety, and you reconstruct the whole entire O line, and you keep the same players that you have, and we will be a playoff team. This team is too talented to waste on a team that should already make the playoffs. I projected this team to make the playoffs already. If we would have the team in the beginning and in the middle, we would have been a playoff team, maybe Super Bowl team. I don't know. But overall, show, if we would have this type of team in the beginning and in the middle, we wouldn't be dealing with this. We wouldn't be dealing with this at all. Injuries, quarterback play, everything.
Hmm.
This not only has this been a very disappointing season, very disappointing season so far. I think this is still can be the next step, though. I don't think all hope is lost for next year. I think it's going to be a tough schedule, but I think that we can come. But I think we can bounce back from this next year, not this year, next year. Because like me and you have talked before, show right?
Hmm. Hmm.
We're only a few pieces away.
Yes.
We are. We're a very young team.
Hmm.
We have a good team. We got four Pro Bowlers, a possible another four Pro Bowlers. That's very succeed since 2015.
Right.
It's fantastic. What do you want to say,
Um, I see the red LEDs in the background because I'm seeing red tonight.
dude?
I don't know.
I'm wearing nothing but dark colors tonight.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
just
seeing
feeling
red.
it. It's down.
This is
It's down.
yeah.
You know.
This is absolutely embarrassing, man. This is absolutely embarrassing. I don't understand how a coaching staff can select this young man and Zach Wilson
Mhm.
at number two, and this season. Last season he had a pass for me, and I'm sure so many other Jets fans. He had a pass. He was a rookie.
Right.
The first half of the season, he didn't look like the guy. The last 5 or 6 games, Zach Wilson. Hey, I was like, okay, okay, this guy could be it for us, man. I was absolutely excited about seeing him play ball, this season. And then you look at the off season things that took place, right? Taking the
Mhm.
guys on vacation,
Oh
paying
yeah.
for it, and
Oh
and
yeah.
traveling the United States to go and practice with guys. I'm like, he has the right mindset.
Right.
He's doing the right things. He finished the
Right.
season in his rookie year with a promising career. If you look at Zach Wilson last 5 or 6 games, dude, it's like, okay, okay. I wasn't big on drafting Zach, second overall
Yeah, me neither.
when we did, but looking at his last few games in his rookie season, man, I was like, okay, well, I missed this one. We have something special with this young kid, right? I was completely excited coming into this year, but reality hit, and it hit like a Mack truck running into a brick wall, man.
Hmm.
And the Zach Wilson that I was afraid of is the Zach Wilson that we're seeing right now. This is one of the reasons why I did not want this kid. Whenever
Yeah.
you talk about taking a player number 2 overall, especially coming to the Jets, man, our fan base is probably one of the craziest, most loyalist fan
Dude.
bases in the NFL. So if you're telling us that you're taking a guy second overall, we're
Yeah.
going to do our homework. We're not just going to sit there and roll over and say, oh, well, this is our guy. We're good. No, 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 no,
Yeah.
no, no. Not with this fan base, especially with the quarterback position.
No
Because
kidding.
why? We just can't seem to get a damn quarterback on this team, a franchise quarterback.
We
You
can't
know,
get it right.
we just can't get it
We can't
right.
get it right. I
So
mean,
if
for
you're
a very
telling
long time. For a very long
yes,
time.
so if you're telling us that you're going to draft a quarterback number 2 overall,
Mm.
he better be the guy, man. And being honest, man, Zach is not it, man. I've seen
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah, me
I've
too.
seen enough, dude. And
Um,
and
yeah.
you guys here know how I feel about Zach. And I'm the guy that loves giving people a
Me
second chance.
too.
Not even just in
Me
sports,
too.
just in life in general. I
Right.
had some people that were not the best people in the beginning, and I said, you know what? Maybe let's press reset, a Zach button reset, and maybe we
Maybe.
can reconnect better. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But with this kid, man, this kid isn't it. You see Strevler coming in the game tonight, and we talked at halftime, you and I, via cell phone, and I was like, dude, we have to put Strevler in after half, man. Like we just have to. I was telling my family the same thing, and I honestly feel like if they would have made that decision. Now this is where I'm heated at Robert Saleh at. If they
Hmm.
would have made that decision to go ahead and bench Zach
Yeah.
after halftime and just let Strevel play the complete second half, dude, I'm telling you, it would have been a different ball game. Did you see the momentum? Did you see how that guy controlled the defense? I mean, the offense, and did you see how he had the defense on pins and needles every time he touched the ball? That's what you need. That's what we need. And it was
Yeah.
just not enough time left, dude. It just wasn't. This guy hasn't played an NFL game the entire season,
Mm.
and you put him in like maybe a full quarter. If you're looking at his time span, yeah, it's bananas. So two, maybe three things tonight. Zach Wilson, one, Mike LaFleur, and Robert Saleh.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, you know what's really funny about this situation? People gave me shit about thinking that I thought that Geno Smith was going to be our franchise quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
He hasn't played with us since 2016.
Right.
Okay. It's been 6 years.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's a Pro Bowler.
Right.
If you would have developed QBs in the Jets organization, you would have been a good quarterback. But we have always been the type of team that doesn't develop good quarterbacks. We didn't do it, Sam. Obviously, we're not doing it with Zach Wilson.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, Sanchez had his moments, but he wasn't
Mm-hmm.
perfect.
No.
And then when you brought Tim Tebow here, that was a shit show.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
then McCown. I know a lot of people love McCown, but like he was only a good leader. That's it.
Yeah.
He's not a good quarterback, guys. He's not a good quarterback.
if you want to talk about a good renter quarterback, that was the 2015 season with
Yeah.
Fitzpatrick,
Yeah,
right?
but Fitzpatrick had one good year, but he still has mistakes though.
Oh yeah,
Like
yeah,
he still has
absolutely,
mistakes, but the following
absolutely,
year with the drama,
right.
then he was then it was even worse. And and now he's on prime time now, Thursday Night Football, and I just don't look at him the same. He talked too much shit about the Jets, so I just can't look at him the same.
Well, I don't really view Fitzpatrick as a Jets guy. Don't get me wrong, that was an immaculate season. It's just
Yeah,
we
it
we
was
couldn't
beautiful.
capitalize at with that
Yeah,
Buffalo game to get us into the
yeah,
playoffs. But
yeah.
if you take that away, man, that season was absolutely phenomenal. Him
Right.
and that connection between him and Brandon Marshall. Ooh, my God, dude. It was exciting for us Jets fans to watch. But do I consider Fitzpatrick a Jets quarterback? Like when you're talking about Jets quarterback, right? I'm sorry, man. Fitzpatrick is not on that list, in my opinion. Number one, number one reason. I'm
Oh,
sorry, guys.
okay.
My daughter's trying. I'm recording live, baby. I'll be with you in a minute, okay?
To
Can
the
you
people
guys
that are
please just get her?
listening, this is one of his daughters. Um,
Yeah, it's my baby girl. Sorry, guys.
it's
She's a
fine.
daddy's girl, so she always wants to be with daddy.
It's all good.
Um,
Everyone
but
knows how
no,
it
I
goes.
don't. I don't consider Zach. I mean Zach. I don't consider Fitzpatrick. Like just the Jets. First of all, he's with the fucking Buffalo. Excuse me, f ball. But
Yeah.
he was with the Buffalo Bills,
Right.
right? For
Right.
multiple years. They were the ones that I think gave him his first big contract, and after that, he was just crap.
Yeah. Yeah. And then
So
he had one good year with Tampa Bay
right,
too. That first
right.
game, but
Had a
but
decent year with Miami.
yeah. But going back to the quarterbacks though, like we've always had potential at quarterbacks, like Pennington.
Mm-hmm.
That
Oh
was
yes,
potential.
Pennington was my guy.
Testaverde was good
Mm-hmm.
at one
Mm-hmm.
point,
Mm-hmm.
but it's so hard. It's as a Jets fan for everyone that's listening, and like we all feel the pain. We all been Jets fans since we were kids. How can we not get this right at the quarterback position? It's like everyone that I've seen develop quarterbacks and develop teams. Like it sucks. Like it's just I can't see this anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Like everything that's happened, we finally got a good GM, finally got a good coach. It all went to hell this year when Vera Tucker and Hall went out.
Yeah, because I think we've talked about this on our previous lives with Harrison. Matter of fact,
Yeah.
where is Harrison, man? I thought he was gonna be with us tonight. Missing that guy, missing that
No,
missing that handsome face and that beautiful voice.
yeah, he's still not there.
But no, all jokes aside, man. Um,
Christopher, the media and we as a fan base are the reasons why we can't have a franchise quarterback. Christopher, I'm gonna answer that. I The Jets fan base and the media are either like amazing or we're the Devils. Like it's we go back and forth, just
can
like
we be
Jets
amazing
Twitter.
devils?
Right, right. Just like Jets Twitter and everything else. Like we can either be fantastic or or we're gonna like dogpile the crap out of
There's
you.
no in between, right? There's no
It's
gray area.
there's no middle ground. Everyone's got always something to bitch about. So it's just after every loss this year, Salah was optimistic and somewhat still smiling. Tonight's press conference, Salah looked defeated, like he aged 10 years.
And he should have, rightfully so.
Yeah,
One of the things that I tweeted out was this coaching staff, this front office.
right.
I think they were more so worried about their ego, like
Yeah,
because you had to take Zach Wilson out a few games back, and you had to introduce Mike White,
yeah,
into your offense into the league, right? Mike White gets injured, you put Zach Wilson back in, so now it's like we took this guy at number 2, man. We can't bench him right now. He just came back like a couple games ago, right? We
yeah.
can't. Can we do that? Can we not do that, right? And their ego is
Right,
kicking in.
right.
But if they just thought about, just hey, you know what? We Everybody knows that we put the guy on a reset anyway.
Yeah,
Let's just go ahead and put Strevler in, after halftime, man, and just see what he can do. And man, dude, I am telling you, had we put
yeah,
that guy in right after halftime, we'd be
yeah,
looking at a different game. We may have lost it, but I
Dude,
guarantee you, we would have had a touchdown.
his
It would have
arm
been a lot
sucks.
closer.
Oh my God, his arm sucks.
Yeah, yeah. He
Yeah, his arm just sucks, bro.
yeah, but I mean, but he had some good throws in there too. The one he threw to Wilson when Wilson
And,
caught it,
I mean,
for the first down, and
little.
he kind of like dove catch it. The one he threw to freaking Corey Davis, and Corey Davis dropped it. So hey, dude, he put some lasers in there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a huge fan of Strevler. I know he played for the Cardinals. I know he won a championship in the Canadian Football League. I know, and he was in the XFL for a little bit. And I know he's been on many practice squads. Um, he was a bulldozer though. I will give that kid one thing. He's a bulldozer. Like he didn't even look like a quarterback out there. Honestly, he looked like a tight end or a fullback. You know what I mean? Like he's leaning shoulder to shoulder on that one play.
Right.
And I mean, he got the sparks going. I love it. His running, but his like throwing ball and accuracy for me just wasn't there for me. But I like the new thing. I love what he did in preseason, and I think if he had more reps with the first team, I think he would have been a lot better. But
Absolutely, dude, and that's what I'm alluding to. I think we
yeah.
should start him our next game.
But what if Mike White comes
If
back?
Mike White, if Mike White is not
Yeah.
healthy, if Mike White is not healthy, then yeah, you start Trevor, man. Do not start
Right,
Zach
right.
unless you're trying to lose. If you're trying to lose so you can get maybe higher draft capital, then I understand. I get that.
Yeah. Hey, you know what's really funny about this though? I think about this show. What if Mike White comes out and wins the next two games?
Do you know who our starter is next year? It's no question. It's no question. No
I
question
still
about it.
keep going back to like, I can't believe like this team with the way that this team was way too talented not to make the playoffs.
Yeah, dude. Yeah,
This
dude.
team is way too
Yeah,
talented
dude.
not to make the playoffs because
Yeah,
next year is going to be different. Next
Yeah.
year, you don't even know what the hell you're going to get. We have so many one-year deals. We have
Right.
so many people we need to pay. Our schedule is going to be tough as hell.
Mm-hmm.
And
a lot of teams are stacked far as first. Philadelphia, the big bad Philadelphia Eagles. They have 3 first-round picks next year. 3.
but it's not only that. We're gonna be a great team, and I'm not like I'm not like mad at that we're gonna be a great team, but we have to do this all. I know the Jets and the NFL, we gotta do this every year, but man, it's like the Jets are the type of team that doesn't really bounce back well, like in following years, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm afraid of, is if we're going to bounce back because we were so up and down this year, but we have a good defense. But you still don't know what that's going to be like.
Right.
I'm just scared of the
have to
bounce
sign.
back
We
ability.
still have to sign Quinnen, which I don't think that's going to be an issue. But then you have to take in
Maybe.
consider.
After tonight, do you think he might leave?
Man, I don't know, dude. Right.
Because that's going to be a game where that's like that's what we have to think about with some of these guys.
Yeah, but then you have to take in consideration things like Carl Lawson. Where the hell is this guy being, dude?
I mean, he had one good tackle, but that was it.
A tackle.
I
We
know.
we don't pay
Oh, I
him to
know.
be a good tackler.
I hope JD.
We
goes
pay this
in
guy to
next
get
season.
pressures,
Seriously, I hope
get
JD
pressures,
goes in
and to
next
get
season,
sacks.
man. Exactly.
Uh-huh.
I hope JD goes in next season and just reconstruct a lot of things.
Yeah, I don't want. I'm being
have
honest,
faith,
man. I don't want Carl Lawson on
Yeah.
his team next year.
I'm
gonna go ahead and
faith
say
in
it.
Salah, though. I have faith in Salah and JD,
Mhm.
but Salah's got to do better with some of this. And like you said about LaFleur, you know what I mean?
Right,
Like that. I mean,
dude. He did it again to us tonight, dude. Third and 1, he's in shotgun or pistol formation, and they tried to run it. And what happened? We lost a yard, so now it's 4th and 2. And I'm like, dude, like I don't get it, man. I simply don't get it. I don't get it. Why not go under center? Does this guy hate being under center? The guy being Mike LaFleur. Does Mike LaFleur hate putting his quarterbacks under center? Does our center ass stink or something? Like what's the issue, man? You're already behind the line of scrimmage when you're in shotgun or you're in a pistol formation.
Facts.
And you're trying to run it for 1 yard. dude. Like that is the craziest, and he's been doing it all season, dude, and he continued to do it. He did it again tonight.
I know.
Man, I don't get it, man. I don't get
Did you
it.
like Goldbrook's performance tonight?
I'm okay with the defense. Once again,
Okay.
I'm okay with the defense. I'm
I have
perfectly
problems
okay
with
with the
the
defense.
defense. I have problems with the defense, man. That
I'm
fucking
okay with
front
the
four,
defense.
that fucking front four,
Hmm.
like, and not only that, like the secondary was not even wasn't even there. Whitehead finally showed up after all year. Where the hell's that been all year?
Yeah,
And like third and fourth down again. Like we cannot do good on third and fourth down every fucking time.
but think about this. Think about this, Illy. This is what I was telling Brandon. I said every game this season, the defense has been on the field entirely too much. Every single game, dude. Maybe with the exception of one or two, one being the Miami game. I think the Jets were just balling out. They had a connection. Everything was just clicking for them, right? But other than that game, dude,
Mhm.
this defense has been on the field entirely too much, and I'm
Yeah,
and that is going to this. As far as what I'm saying, it's almost at the end of the year, man. These guys are tired, dude.
yeah,
These guys are tired, dude. The offense is not helping the defense at all. That's what I've been tweeting out for the last 2 or 3 weeks. I'm like, if the offense can halfway produce with the intensity of this defense, dude, we have a playoff team. Easy. And even again tonight, how many touchdowns did we give up on the defense? One. We gave up one single touchdown again tonight. You get what I'm saying? Now imagine if the offense was clicking and rolling and moving the ball. We probably don't even give up that one touchdown.
mhm,
It's just we have our defense. We see our defense play every game way more than we see our offense. You get what I'm saying? Like that's not a good formula for a winning team. And this defense has been lights out all year. For your offense to struggle the amount of time that they've been struggling to only give up one touchdown this game. We gave up one touchdown last game. We played New England. We only gave up 10 points. We played Chicago. We only gave up 10 points. You know what I mean? Like there's so many games where this defense has basically kept us from being in it. If this defense wasn't as good as they are, this franchise will be an embarrassment this year. Just think about that. If this defense was the same defense from last year and we have the offense of this year, everybody's dropping 30, 40, 50 points on us a game.
I mean, I understand that, and I think part of the stuff I think you're right on. The only thing that I have an issue is there's been little issues of them continuing to do it on third and fourth down
Yeah,
and the missed tackling. I'm
right,
not saying each and every little player is bad. No, the Jets defense definitely saved our franchise.
right.
But the
Absolutely,
thing
bro.
but the thing is there's still a lot of mistakes to be made, and that's I mean Sauce Gardner, he got beat many times tonight. Like he wasn't the best. So was Reed. He
Well, when
wasn't
you
the best either.
when you say
But
beat,
but
like, is it
bro, Zay Jones was got past him a few times. Come on.
got past Sauce
Sauce,
Gardner?
yeah.
Did he catch it? We're watching the same game here.
Yeah.
The only one big play that I
Oh,
saw,
Matthew was at this game.
the only one big play that I saw that Sauce was in man coverage was that drag route to Ingram. When Ingram cut across the middle on a little drag route and he came on up, but Sauce had to kind of like go around the defensive player and his own offensive player, and that equated to Ingram having a big catch. You know what I mean? But it was a short route that he turned it up for a big one. But after that, like, I don't really recall, any real big plays that Sauce just like gave up.
No, he didn't
That's
give
just
up.
me.
No. I didn't say like to give up. He just got beat.
Mm.
No, he just got beat. He got beat a lot this
Well,
game.
well, well. That guy's been lights out all season. So
I
if
know, but
that,
I'm
yeah,
just saying.
if he, yeah,
But what I was gonna say too is you're gonna see that sometimes. Like
right, right,
he's a rookie. It's like
right.
Reed. There's so many games you have in a row, and if you have a bad game, you're gonna get beat. There's no laziness with
Right.
these cornerbacks.
It just
No laziness. But they got beat a lot tonight. Like they just got beat because Lawrence commanded the team. The wide receivers are all in the same play. And where the hell was that from Ingram? Like Ingram has been injury prone, horrible with the Giants, and all of a sudden comes up big with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Like, hey, you know what? Props to him though, man. I mean, he's been through a lot. Props to
he
him.
has.
But like,
He has.
wow, what a resurgence.
He'll get a good contract this year. This offseason, I'm sure of that
If he
one.
doesn't get injured by the end of the year, because you know
Yeah.
him and
He's been playing lights out, man.
Ooh, front row seats.
Yeah, for that shit,
Oh, that
for that shit
sucks,
show,
man.
bro. Like, yeah, man, that's crazy, man. Did you see Zach?
Yeah, he
Um,
should be on the hot seat. I think LaFleur should definitely be on the hot seat.
yeah, did you see Zach's comments or his press game, his post game conference, where he said where they talked about the boos, and he said, yeah, rightfully so. I understand why they booed me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, he's getting better with his press conferences. I've seen him. He's getting better with his words, but
boy, it's taking
Salah
on the
looks
chin.
defeated, though. Salah looks defeated.
Yeah,
I mean,
he does.
he looks so depressed.
Well, you take a coach like Salah. That guy's a competitor. I mean, I've never seen Rex Ryan run the steps before the game, and Todd Bowles is a pretty fit, in shape guy. I've never seen Todd Bowles do. You know what I mean? So Salah is, in my opinion, one of the best coaches we've ever had. So for him to lose this type of game to the Jaguars, dude, and we beat them last year, you know, and we're a much better team than we were last year. That's the crazy part about it. So for Robert Saleh to lose, man, on Thursday night, you know, it's like, I get why he's gassed, dude. I get it. I completely get it. There's no way in hell that we should not have won this game, first of all. Second of all, scored. Two of the top defensive players were out of the game, Walker and our old guy, Fatakasi. They did not play, and we still could not score a touchdown.
Too, yeah.
You know, come on, man. What are we doing here? And I was like, you know what? At this point, we're not going to make the playoffs, dude. I really don't even want us to win any more games. I'm being honest. Figure out what we need in the draft, man. Let's build this team for the playoffs for the future. Because this Zach Wilson experience, man, the train, I'm off. I was 1 foot in, 1 foot off anyway.
I was off when he stepped in the building, but I just didn't say anything.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm done with this experiment, man. I'm done.
Always good with press besides the one time where the reporter didn't ask.
That's true.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
Solid
I agree,
10
Matthew.
years to look after it. Yeah, exactly. I mean, Zach knew the right things to say except for that press conference. Then he just – and then the whole Milfs thing came out, and then it's like,
yeah,
what are you going to do, right?
I don't get it, man. You guys, if some of you guys have heard me say it before, I just don't understand, man. Like, we had capital in that draft where we selected Zach Wilson. You know, I trade away that second overall pick, you know, for another higher, a little lower first round pick, 7th, 8th, somewhere in there, and maybe get a high second round or, well, hell, with that number 2 overall, you can get 2 first round picks with a team. You know what I mean? Yeah. You get a Justin Fields, with stepping down from that number 2.
Yeah.
And being honest, I was high on Justin Fields, very high.
I mean, I wanted Justin Fields.
Yeah, I wanted him too. I wanted
because
Trevor.
I'm an Alabama guy. That's it.
I wanted Trevor Lawrence first, but our crazy coaching staff or regime at the time, you know, amped our guys up to beat the Rams, pushed us out of the spot to get Trevor Lawrence, and look how Trevor Lawrence looks. But once I saw that we were out of the picture for Trevor Lawrence, I was like, okay, well, what else do we have on the board here? And everybody was talking about Zach, and don't get me wrong, guys, there were some good things I saw about Zach, but there were also some awful things that I saw about Zach. And we've seen enough awful quarterback play. So I was like, you know what? I'm not sold on that kid, man. Right. I would be more comfortable with drafting Justin Fields.
I wanted it, man. He had the full package, in my opinion.
Yeah. If we had Justin Fields on this team, if we drafted him instead of Zach, we'd be in the playoffs right now. Promise you that.
Yeah, maybe.
I can promise you that.
So QB room next season. This is what Matthew Smith wants. Mike White. Yeah, I'd say give Mike White a 3-year deal. Zach Wilson. Yeah, they're not going to trade him. If people think we're going to trade him, you're crazy.
But
And
nobody's going
then
to
a
offer
late
you
round.
anything. So
Yeah,
you know how.
exactly. Yeah, you got
Yeah.
to keep him.
So
And he's cheap
yeah,
right now. There's
yeah,
no
he
way.
is.
A late round QB on the practice squad. I don't think we're going to draft a QB though, in my personal opinion. I know people are really high on Richardson, but we're not going to get him, and we're not going to get another guy. I think we're going to get a veteran. I think we're going to sign Mike White back and Zach Wilson. It's going to be a full out quarterback competition and put Strevler in there. That's what's going to happen, in my personal opinion.
Maybe in a few years we can sign my nephew. He just signed to Georgia State yesterday. So let's see how
Oh,
that
cool.
works.
Well, I hope it works out. Is it crazy that I wanted to trade back for Penne or a wide receiver and keep Sam? You know what, Matthew? I'm gonna listen. Nothing is crazy anymore. We're a Jets fan base, okay? The Jets fan base has come up with weirder shit, okay? And oh man, well, except that comment. Tom Brady will be a New York Jet. Okay, listen.
Holy moly.
Listen, I've gotten this before once, and this was this week, and I'm like, I don't want Tom Brady to be a Jet. I just don't want him to be a Jet. I'm sorry. I've there's too much of that. I just can't. It's like Brett Favre going to the Vikings, right? You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Right.
If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But Matthew, listen, there's no crazy things anymore. There actually last 10 years haven't been crazy. It's like Foles being the backup quarterback to the Eagles, and he wins a Super Bowl.
Right.
And then Foles goes everywhere, and then Matt Ryan goes to Super Bowl, and has a commanding lead, right, and then blows it in the Super Bowl. There's nothing crazy
In the
anymore
NFL, right.
when it comes to stuff anymore. Anything could happen from rounds 1 to 7, and you can get any gem now. I mean, look, the Jets have proven in the draft that we've got gems, and they have all are early in their development on being superstars. So Matthew, if you think something's crazy, it's not crazy. I know people want to keep Sam. I've never been a USC quarterback guy, so I never like Sam. But if you are, props. He's doing very well with the Panthers right now. He's gone through a lot, so yeah. You never know, right? So
Jeffrey's my
how
man.
many games? How many? This? No,
Jeffrey's
no,
my
no,
man.
no. This is my man. Shut up. You can't have him.
Let's go,
How
Jeffrey.
many games would we
Let's
have
go,
won if
Jeffrey.
Fields was? I mean, I think you already said that, right?
Yeah, we've been in playoffs.
Yeah,
Hands down. Yeah.
Tom Brady will be. Yeah, no, I'm sorry, man. I don't know. That would be really interesting. I know he wants to go to Miami and wants to be the ownership there, but I don't think Tom Brady would be a New York Jet now. If Jimmy Garoppolo or Tom Brady come to the New York Jets, they would only come there because of the rivalry with Bill Belichick, and they get to play the Patriots twice a year just to prove, hey, fuck you, kind of thing. You know what I mean? I just can't see it go any other way.
I don't want Tom Brady, and only for one reason. Let's say, hypothetically speaking,
I know where you're going with this.
let's say he wins a Super Bowl with us,
Oh my god, dude, that's like 1-for-1 with Revis. Oh my god, that's hilarious. I
right?
forgot about that.
Right? So let's just say we do get Tom, and he wins a Super Bowl.
Dude,
Our
that
Super
is
Bowl, in
so
my
funny.
opinion, is slightly tainted a little bit because
That
it
is
took
so
the guy
funny.
that kicked our ass for so many years to come to our team to help us get a Super Bowl.
I love
Man,
that. Is it gonna happen?
like,
No, but I love that.
no,
I
I
love
don't
that.
think I don't think that'll happen either. I think the Jets, to me, the organization is looking
You cut out there, show. Show you cut out. I don't know what you said. All right, well, whatever what he was going to say. Okay, you
Can you
back?
hear?
You back? You back? It's okay. Sometimes this happens. Hey, Wi-Fi. You never know, ladies and gentlemen. But for me, it's kind of like people were tossing around Aaron Rodgers, right? Oh, okay, you're back. Hey, what's up?
Hey,
What?
welcome.
So what
Hi, I'm the
happened?
Jets. I'm the show at the Jet Show. Nice to see you guys.
So finish what you were saying.
um, no, I was just basically just talking about the quarterback situation, man. And I basically don't want Tom Brady.
Yeah.
And the Jets are moving in the direction of youth. When you think about our
Yeah.
roster, I think the average age is about 24. If if you're combining everybody age collectively, so we're,
Yeah.
we're looking at the youth. That's one of the reasons. I doubt if we move towards an Aaron Rodgers or a Tom Brady. I think these guys are looking for the long.
The long-term goal probably is what he's saying. Um, in the chat, okay, dude, I don't know. Tell your kids to get off the Wi-Fi. Tell your kids to get off the Wi-Fi or something. You know what I mean? What does that mean?
Brandon know what it means. I'm gonna give him this. Get off the Wi-Fi. Just kidding, guys.
um,
Um,
no, I understand what you're saying, but yeah, Rodgers is like 99 day. Yeah, exactly. See, that's the thing about Aaron Rodgers, though. Like, I don't want Aaron Rodgers. I honestly don't even want Jimmy Garoppolo. I don't even want Derek Carr. I don't want
Brandon
any of
said I
these
am.
guys. Minshew, Brissett. I don't want any of these dudes. This is
Dude,
not appealing to me. Any of these quarterbacks don't appeal to me. I'm sorry.
dude,
I rather roll with Mike White. I'm gonna be honest. I rather roll with Mike White. I don't want Zach Wilson there anymore. I Flacco needs to retire. He's had a great career, but I
mm-hmm.
rather roll with Mike White. We have something there, and people love him. They love him. They will gather around him. I just think if you're gonna play with this type of team that we have in the future, I don't want all these other mothers. If you want to bring him in for like a backup role, I'm cool with that. But dude, just roll with Mike White and just see what happens. If he doesn't pan out, the backup QB, a veteran, can go in and do something. And no, Brandon, I don't want Lamar. I'm
I
sorry.
do. I
I know
do.
you do, but like it's not gonna happen. Dude, I'm from the show me state of St. Louis, Missouri. I'm gonna see it to believe it. I'm sorry. I'm gonna see it to believe it. If he's coming, he's coming.
Now, let me say this. Let me
Matthew.
say
I love that dude. Matthew's my boy. I love this dude. Thank you, Jeff. You're my man. Facts, Italy. Appreciate you, my man. Give me Lamar. Okay, now go on. Go on. What are you gonna say about Lamar?
if we do sign a quarterback in the
Yeah,
offseason, a veteran,
yeah.
out of all of the guys, I would definitely want Lamar.
Yeah, out of everybody, yeah, but it's not possible though. It's not possible unless we give up a lot and just sign people and don't invest in the draft, which I could totally see JD doing too, because JD has done all kinds of stuff.
I think, being honest, man, my internet is acting crazy tonight.
Yeah,
But
it is.
being honest, my first move would be to keep Mike White. He's a cheaper deal. He
I
knows the
agree.
offense.
I agree. I agree.
He has a chemistry with the guys. Let's just stay with Mike White and see what he gives us.
I
I'm
agree.
not I'm not against that. I am completely
I
not
agree.
against that. And being honest,
Yeah.
the way Strevler looked tonight, man, keep him at number 2 and put Zach ass at number 3.
Yeah. Agreed. I'm with you on that.
Do you know what I mean? Just let Zach
Yes.
slowly develop. Let him. It's like a pot roast. Just let him slowly cook. Don't rush the guy. Let him take a step back. Let him regather his thoughts. Let him get his confidence back up. Let him completely understand this offense. If we decide to stay with LaFleur, and if that's the case, then let Zach just learn, man. He's still young. Zach is a very young guy.
Yeah. And
Um,
watch, he goes somewhere else and does
yeah,
good. I
and
mean,
he
let's be
shines.
honest. And
Yeah,
let's
he
be honest,
go
that's the way Jets quarterbacks have always been.
right,
I mean, look what
right.
Jalen Smith's doing right now. Sam Darnold's doing pretty good.
He ended up
It
going to
is
Tampa
what it
Bay
is.
and winning a Super Bowl down there.
What if he goes to Vikings and wins the Super Bowl? That'd be hilarious. Go on though.
But no. I'm perfectly okay with Mike White, man. Being
Yeah.
honest, Mike White looks like a real good NFL quarterback, dude. Like that guy looks good, in my opinion. And I've never been a Mike White guy. I haven't been against him, no form. But this season alone, yeah, he's won me over, dude. Like completely won me over. Everybody looks good when Mike White is at quarterback.
Here we go,
Period.
just like Jeffrey said. And then here we go with the fall start. What do you think about the fall start? Everybody except the center. Yeah, I mean, what do you think? I don't know what he's falsing about. Let me know, Brandon, what you're thinking with that.
He said, "What do you think about the false start? Oh,
Oh,
the play, the penalty
yeah,
tonight
that
when they
was
put
hilarious.
Strebler in for the
That
first
was
game, the
hilarious.
first play of the
I,
game."
I just think it was jumpy. Just
I was
jumpy.
like, "What is this, man? This is crazy." Everybody jumped off sides except for Montgomery. I was like,
Bro,
"Man,
that
wow."
ain't happening.
Yeah.
Hey, think about this. Okay, did you just think about this real quick? You remember that GM that drafted Lamar Jackson?
Mm-hmm.
Guess who was under him?
Was it JD?
It was JD.
Yeah,
How crazy
that's a
would
good
that be?
point.
How crazy would that be?
It's a good point.
If he just goes, listen, I would love it. I don't think this is JD's style, but if JD did go all in on Lamar, right? What it would just hypothetically, he goes all in
We're
on
deep in the
Lamar.
playoffs.
Not
I'm going to say Super Bowl.
not only that though, but if he gives up a lot and just goes in on a quarter, just like what the Rams did with Stafford, right? You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
not saying JD would do this, but man, I mean, if he's going to go after anybody that's a quarterback, I think it's Lamar because his mentor
Yep.
drafted him
Yep.
and he learned everything from his mentor.
Yep.
How
Absolutely.
how
Good
crazy
points.
would
Good
that be
point,
though?
Italy.
I think that would be really cool.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Right.
That'd be cool. I
Now,
don't know.
dude, I'm telling you, if I'm okay with Mike White, I'm very confident in Mike White can run this offense. But if JD does decide to as they say, throw the bag at Lamar Jackson, I'm telling you, dude, this team is going to the Super Bowl, bro. If
What do
not
you
the
think
Super,
about this though?
if not the Super Bowl, deep in the playoffs, easy.
Agreed. Do you out of these three QBs, who would you get?
Daniel Jones is not going anywhere because New York Giants has surprisingly been very good this year. So I
Yeah.
think they'll extend his contract. He's earned it.
Mhm.
Jimmy G definitely will hit free agency, especially
Yeah.
after the injury.
Oh yeah.
I don't think they want to do the Sam Darnold thing just because of the old ties with Sam Darnold. You know what I mean? I think if you think about McCagden and everybody that he selected prior to Joe Douglas' new regime, I
Mhm.
think that how many McCagden players do we have now? It's definitely Quentin Williams,
Mhm.
C.J. Mosley.
Yeah, C.J. Mosley, Quinnen Williams,
Is it Nathan
Frank,
Shepard? Is
Nathan.
was it, is it
I,
Shepard?
I think it's Shepard and Franklin Myers, right? Because we got him off waivers that 1 year, right? Was that McCagnon or was that JD? I think
I
that
don't
was
know.
JD
I
actually. Now
think
that I think
JD
about it.
did JFM. I think JD
Yeah,
did
and
JFM, and
then
and
I
he
know
did
I know
Barrios.
Ashton Davis
It's
and
JD.
Barrios was all JD, and
Yeah.
then yeah, I mean we don't really
So we
have
only have what
yeah
two, maybe three players from the
McCagnon
McCagden,
here.
yeah, thing. So
Yeah,
I
thanks,
don't.
man. Yeah, thank
Yeah.
you,
So I don't think I don't. To me,
thank
JD
you.
cleared house, man. He cleared house, and he
He did
wanted to run this franchise with his
right.
guys. So I can't see us doing Sam Donald or Stinky Sam, as I like to call him.
But yeah, no, Matthew is right too. So Joe Douglas was with the Ravens, Eagles, and Bears.
Yes,
He was with all three of them. That's why Gase it sucked, but we got JD out of it,
that's
right?
true. That's true.
So it's both. It's a
Yeah.
win win. It's a win. It's a lose lose and a win win. That doesn't make any sense, but that's the way I look at
Well, it's more of a win.
it.
But I'm more on the win-win side
I
because
agree with you.
without
I agree with you.
without Adam Gase stinking up the place, we don't
Right,
get a Robert Sala. We don't get a Sauce Gardner. We don't get a
right,
Jermaine Johnson. We don't get a
right,
Carl Lawson. We don't get a JD.
right,
We don't get these guys without Adam Gase doing what Adam Gase does,
right.
sucking.
So it's one of those things now that we got to look at going for this week. I mean, we got to look at this weekend too. You know, if certain people win and if certain people lose, it will determine if we will make the playoffs. I don't
We're
think we
done.
will. I don't think we
No, we're
will.
done.
I think we're
No, yeah, we're
done.
done, dude.
But I know crazier things have happened the
True.
last two games of the season because it's
That's
the
true.
NFL, it's the New York Jets.
Mm-hmm.
You just never know any given Sunday. Remember the Titans miracle on ice.
Right.
So we would really have to have Mike White come back to do this because the old line's been shit. He's gonna have to run for his life the whole time.
Right.
Um, that's one of the reasons why Zach Wilson wasn't good too. But overall, I think I think going forward this week and then following week, it's just going to come down to these games this weekend. And not only that, what is James Robinson going to play? I mean, we got him for a draft. That's like we haven't really used him much.
Right.
So Ty Johnson looked pretty good for a little bit, and our defense was up and down. But the coaching, Zerline was fine. The weather was awful.
Yeah.
Holy crap! But it was
But
colder here, though.
it was crazy is like we struggled at home this year, dude.
hmm We're better away. We
Right.
are better
We
away.
can't we can't our crowd is booing our starting
Oh yeah.
quarterback,
Oh
man.
yeah. Oh yeah.
It's freaking bananas.
Well, I mean,
Right?
I'm
We
not. I
we
mean, I know
we
we're all used to that, though.
but we practice in this cold weather, and teams that
Yeah.
are not used to this cold weather, they come
Right.
up here,
Right.
and that automatically gives us an advantage.
Yeah.
And then you take on top of that, you have the fan base, the Jets at MetLife Stadium,
Right.
and they're making their noise while the opposing team are trying to call their plays, and it's like none of this stuff works in our favor, dude.
hmm
We just can't get a freaking break. This game alone, dude, spoke volumes to me.
hmm
It said a lot.
So
And I hope everybody that's in this chat and watching us going live right now, clearly understands what I'm saying.
yeah,
We saw that the offense is the reason why we're not in the playoffs.
facts, Matthew. I agree.
I'm gonna know what people don't understand that QBs don't call plays. Right, right. Absolutely, absolutely. My three things tonight for us losing was Zach, Robert Sala, and Mike LaFleur. That's why we lost.
My
Yeah, the
five. My
offensive line
five
could have the
things.
offensive line could have played better. Yes, yes, yes. We know our offensive line is beat up. We don't have our
Yeah.
starting guys in the offensive line, so I'm just not going to really throw them under the bus. But my three: Zach Wilson,
Okay.
Robert Sala, and
Okay.
LaFleur. They're the reason we lost.
Mine. I'm gonna. I do five, so I agree with your three, and then I'm gonna do the O line,
Mm-hmm.
and I
The
think
referees.
No, that's exactly what my fifth one was. Because all year we have been
Oh
screwed
man.
with referees, and it needs to be brought up in the winter meetings. It
Yeah.
needs to be brought up next year with the way the refereeing has been. They have missed calls. And that's what's going on with the Jets all season. A lot of teams all season. So, geez, I mean, we just gotta. Oh, things have to change. Didn't we get our first turnover of the year tonight? In what though? What does he
Our
mean?
first turnover.
On the offense or defense? Is it? Am I,
Neither. I mean, it's not our first turnover on
am
either
I missing
side.
something? Am I missing something?
Didn't we get out? Maybe since an hour. Didn't we get our first turnover of the year tonight? No, it wasn't our first, Jeffrey. We've had several turnovers.
Yeah.
The defense have made or capitalized off, a couple turnovers this year alone. Yes, the offense has given up the ball as well. Zach has thrown numerous amounts of interception in his small playing time. So
Yeah.
no, this is not our first turnover via
Right.
the offense
Yeah. I
or
just want to make sure I
via
wasn't missing
the
something before I
defense.
say something. You know what I mean? I just want to make sure I wasn't missing something before I say something. But I agree with you, dude. Um, Overall show before we wrap up,
Mm-hmm.
what do you think about the rest of the season? Like, what do you do? I mean, I know we're gonna
I'm
come
going.
back next week and do the same thing, but what do you? How do you take this game? Like, where would you go the last two games? What would you do?
Man, if Mike for one, if Mike White is not healthy, I'm playing Strevler. Strevler
Okay.
is absolutely starting in my book. Um, just let Zach sit, man. This guy is mentally gone.
Mm.
It's not even about his ability physically anymore. It's about his confidence. His own home team is booing him, dude. You know what I mean? Can you
Mm.
imagine his psyche right now while he's at home with somebody's mom? Like he's like he's literally out of it. Like all jokes aside, but you know this guy is struggling mentally, man. I would be. You know, you're coming out at home, dude. It's like walking into your own home and your family saying, "Oh my goodness, this mother is at home." God, I'm gonna go upstairs.
Dude, it's like I'm watching.
I don't
It's like
want to see him.
yeah, it's like I'm watching a Tyler Perry movie.
Right,
I love Tyler
right,
Perry's. All the
right,
Tyler
bro.
Perry's are freaking on.
Right.
She cracks me up, man. She cracks me up, man. I love
Yeah,
her.
man, he's a funny guy. But no, so just don't break the guy more than what he's already,
He's
been
already
damaged.
feeling it,
He's
man.
damaged, dude.
He's already
Zach is
feeling it.
damaged.
Yeah,
Let this guy just sit out for the remaining portion of the year, man,
right.
and do what you guys were trying to do for him, with him,
Yeah.
while Mike was playing, and just let him develop more and more and more. Let
Hmm.
him, let him hit the off season,
Right.
and let's see if his drive continue to love and play this sport. That's number one in my book. So
Yeah,
number one, if Mike White is not playing, then you put Strevling in.
definitely,
Who's the
definitely.
if Strevler get hurt? If he's hurt, who's the backup? Oh my God, duh. Like
Here,
that's
oh,
the
he
issue.
meant fumble recovery. He meant fumble recovery. That's what he meant.
Oh, fumble recovery. Oh, that's a good question.
I thought it was no. I thought we already did that. Maybe not.
That's a good
I
question,
thought
dude.
we already did. But the biggest killer of the game was we didn't cause turnovers. Yeah.
We caused one at the beginning in the
At
first
the
quarter,
yeah.
put us in the red
And
zone,
then
and our
and yeah,
trash ass offense could not score again in the red zone.
true.
Dude, that alone kicked it off for me. I was like, oh, here we go. I'm like, here we go
Yeah.
against the
I told you it
Jaguars
was left
defense,
for it.
who first of all, with all their starters on their team playing the
Yeah.
Jaguars, that
Yeah.
defense is still not one of the best in the league. So you take away Walker, who didn't play tonight. You take away Fadakasi, who didn't play tonight. And what was it, Robinson that was missing today?
Yeah, Cam Robinson, yeah.
Right? You take
Yeah.
away these guys, especially Walker and Fadakasi on the defense, and we
Right.
still couldn't get a touchdown, dude. Like I don't know about anybody else, but what I'm seeing is an offense who fucking can't score a touchdown, who can't move the ball.
Yeah.
And it's a combination of things. It's a combination of injuries to the offensive line.
Right.
Um, Mike LaFleur in his crazy play calling.
Facts.
It's Zach Wilson doing what Zach Wilson does. Is Robert Saleh not putting his foot down and saying, "Hey, look, I can't roll with what you're doing right now, Zach. At halftime, we have to put Strevlin in right now." Because
Right.
you're about to kill our playoffs drive, and he tried to sweep the playoff
Yeah,
thing
he tried to
under
flip
the
it
rug.
on his press conference, like, no, we're
Yeah,
just trying to get the run again.
man,
Like, dude, come
man,
on. We're not that
get out of
stupid.
here, dude.
We're
Like,
not that
get
stupid.
out of here. Get out of
Come
here,
on, man.
man. You literally just said like a couple weeks ago that, oh, we'll see them again, them being Buffalo. So that's an indication of you saying you think your team is good enough to make the playoffs.
And we
And you can't
are.
come with that
We
BS
are.
tonight and say
Ugh. Yeah.
oh well, we really wasn't thinking about the playoffs like that. Man,
Oh
come
my
on,
gosh.
dude, that's BS,
Yes, BS. All
right?
right.
That
So
is
do you
complete
think
BS,
Wilson is
dude. I don't want
done?
to hear that.
Do you think Wilson is done?
Yeah,
For now.
for now,
Yeah.
yes,
Till
absolutely. For
next
this
year.
this season, yeah, he's done, dude. He's
Yeah.
done.
The Jets
Toast.
need to target a veteran or draft one. I think the Jets need to get a veteran quarterback. Don't draft a quarterback. You already got your four. You got your four. You just need to replace Flacco and see what happens. Um, we have not seen the last
We
exactly.
haven't,
No,
and I'm terrified about that.
exactly. The Dolphins, yeah, that's going to be an interesting game. The Dolphins. No, Quinnen got one in week 5 when he killed. Yeah, just like you said, show the Tyreek one.
Yeah,
That's what he's talking about. Also got a for AFR against Cincinnati and Green. Yeah,
oh,
yeah,
fumble recovery. Yeah,
yeah. That's true. I mean, he's
All right,
right.
Matthew. You're the goat tonight, dude. With these
Yeah,
stats, bro. I love it.
all of them are. All the people in the chat. Well, guys, I'm gonna try and wind down here. I'm trying to wind down, watch the show, and I got a big day tomorrow. And I just want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas, Happy
Yes.
Holiday, um, Hanukkah, whatever you guys celebrate. Enjoy your loved ones this weekend, and let's try and get a Jets win next week. Show, where can they find you, real quick?
You guys can find me on YouTube at The Jet Show, show without a W at the end. And I'm
Mhm.
trying to do a giveaway. I want to reach my 100 mark on my YouTube channel, and we want to do a big giveaway to like 2 lucky winners. Once we hit that 100 mark, I'll let you guys know what it is. And I think it's pretty awesome. I've told Italy Jet what it is, so he knows it's pretty awesome. But you guys can find me on YouTube at The Jet Show, the show without a W at the end. You guys can also find me very active on Twitter at the same name. You guys can also find me on Instagram and also TikTok. So yeah, guys, come on in. We have a lot of fun over here, man. Great guys, who I collab with, my co-host. That way, I mean. so yeah, so yeah,
Thanks.
man. You guys come on in and check us out, man. It'll be very appreciative.
Thanks for all the chats. Thanks for all the comments. Thanks for all support. If you like this video, hit the like and subscribe button. If you're new here, share it everywhere. I'm Italy Jet, the Italy Jet post game show. Everything NYJ. We have some new stuff coming this week as well. Do 9 to 15 shows a week, including one of my other co-hosts from the NR show. Tune into his show because he's got a really great show. Always got some big time guys on there. And yeah, hey, stay safe tonight. And let's go Jets as always, even though we lost tonight.
We are in full mode jet lag.
Peace, guys.